I came home to find my neighbor digging in my front yard, a tangle of blue wires in his hands, and my sprinklers spitting water onto his own parched lawn. He didn't just steal my water, he was trying to steal my peace, but he had no idea the flood he was about to unleash. For months, Mr. Harrison had been a shadow of entitlement. First it was parking his boat across my driveway. Then, his dog using my prize-winning roses as a personal toilet. I'd tried talking to him, leaving polite notes, even offering to help landscape his disaster of a yard. Each time, he'd just smirk, a silent declaration that the rules didn't apply to him. This time was different. Seeing him physically altering my property, my irrigation system, was a line crossed. A quiet fury, cold and clear, settled over me. I went inside, not to call the police, but to my computer. I pulled up the control panel for my smart sprinkler system. He thought he'd just rerouted a simple timer. He didn't know I had upgraded to a system I could control from anywhere in the world, a system with more power than he could imagine. For the first few days, I did nothing. I watched him enjoy his newly green lawn, watered on my dime. He'd stand on his porch, coffee in hand, with a smug look that said, "I won." He didn't know the game hadn't even started. Then, on the night of his big backyard barbecue, I made my move. Just as his guests arrived in their summer dresses and crisp linen shirts, I logged in. I didn't just turn on the sprinklers, I overrode the pressure regulators, maxing them out. The gentle spray he'd hijacked became a torrential downpour, soaking his guests, his grill, his perfectly arranged patio furniture. Panic erupted. He fumbled with the control box he'd wired, but it was useless. I was the ghost in his machine. The next morning, I set the system to run every 15 minutes. All day long, his lawn became a swamp. Water pooled against his foundation. A delivery truck got stuck in the mud pit his driveway had become. He banged on my door, face purple with rage, but I didn't answer. I just watched the water do its work. It seeped into his basement, warped his precious hardwood floors, and turned his life into a soggy, expensive mess. He finally moved out a month later, his moving truck sloshing through the remnants of his self-made swamp. He never knew it was me. He probably blamed faulty wiring or a cursed plot of land. Sometimes, the best response to aggression isn't a loud confrontation, but a quiet, persistent force that allows people to drown in the consequences of their own actions. Justice, like water, always finds its level. If this story resonated with you, if you've ever felt pushed to your limit, a like on this video would mean more than you know. It's a quiet signal that we understand. Remember, true strength isn't about shouting the loudest. It's about having the patience to watch the seeds of disrespect grow into a harvest of regret. Thanks for listening.